Good day, everyone. Welcome to a brief review and a discussion about uh, some exciting courses that Advanced Supply Chain Training Center, in association with Digital CRM, would be offering in the near future. The details of which you can find on the sites of Advanced SCS or on Digital CRM sites, and you can notice the annotations in this video, which will also direct you there. I'm Raja Mitra, and I'm one of the co-founders of Digital CRM. And we are the associates of Advanced SCS, who will be organizing this course in Singapore. The dates and other details are done there. Now, for today's discussion, we will be taking up some of the common questions that we usually receive. So it's an FAQ of sorts. And with me today are two other people I'll put you onto them, but we have Subhamay Chakraborty, who's my associate at Digital CRM, and we have Dr. Das, faculty for the courses that we'll be discussing. So having said that, over to you, Subhamay.
Okay, thank you, Raja. So, guys, it's going to be an exciting session. I am working with Raja on this initiative, and I'm personally a business technologist. So we look forward to an exciting discussion today as well about the FAQs of the program. Sudipta, you want to take up?
Hello, everybody. I am Dr. Das. I am an assistant professor, and I am teaching R and statistics from last 3 to 4 years. So, over.
Sure. So so now that you know the participants in the discussion, here's the first question, and of course all questions are going to be taken by Dr. Das Sudipto, and he's going to be coming up with the answers. Now the first question is, what does one need to know well to start a career as a data scientist and as an analytics professional? So Sudipto, over to you.
Okay, so if someone really wants to start his or her career as a data scientist, I think that he or she must be familiar with basic data handling tools at first, very beginning. So it includes from data cleaning and formatting techniques to data analysis, up to visually encoding and communication information, the whatever he is going from, where he is getting from the data. So data handling tool can be anything. It can be R, Excel, Python, SAS, SPSS. So there are many data handling tools. So to use these tools and to interpret their output, that is what you are getting. Of course, you are feeding some data to these tools, and you're getting the outputs. So if you really want to know that what the output you are generating, you must have a good knowledge of basic mathematical statistics, including probability. I think in mathematics, one should know the basic linear algebra, multivariate calculus, those sort of things. And in statistics, it is very important to learn about some descriptive as well as inferential statistics, I think. So these are the most basic thing you need to learn. But nevertheless, to be a very good data scientist, one should have an inbuilt aptitude to data. Because the ultimate goal of a data scientist is to what? To extract some information from a huge compilation of data. So nowadays, the data handling thing is very cheap. So all the companies, all the institutions, they are just collecting data and they do not know what to do with the data. So you must have some basic aptitude to work with the data. So at first you have to love data. So if you can love data, then only the data will love you, and then he will or she will come to open up a secret. So Raja, next question.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's interesting answer. So, but if you look at, I mean, why is it important to learn R, and what is the importance of programming language R in terms of overall data science paradigm?
See, R is very popular programming language in the academics as well as industry. So largest section of the business analytics companies, they use R. because it contains almost all the built-in data handling techniques, whatever we need. On top of that, the computation is R is very fast because the R is written in C, which is a very basic and old programming language. And many of other R functions and most of the other R functions are written in R itself. So on top of that, it has an excellent graphic techniques. So which is this graphic techniques is very helpful for data visualization and communication information to your client. So on top of that, you know that nowadays the size of data is very huge. So R has this capability to handle the huge amount of data as well. As well that it is very easy to learn. It is very easy to implement. So output of the analysis by the built-in R functions are very easy to understand and interpret also. So this is why from the startup companies, from the startup companies to all the big giants like Google, Amazon, Netflix, Facebook, they use R. So if anyone want to apply for a job of data scientist to any company, I can assure you that you are expected to be very familiar with R. So for that, you must need to know R. Shivaman?
Okay, that's interesting. So I think the follow-up question that comes is, suppose I want to join into this program. So why is it necessary to have a good background in quants or statistics? That's part one, and part two is I think we are also talking about a basic programming language concepts available with the participant. Is it necessary, and why is it so?
So for the part one, I will say that unless you have a good background in quantitative methods and techniques as well as statistics, you cannot utilize all the built-in R statistical functions in its proper way. It will be very difficult for you to feed the data to R functions in appropriate manner. You will feed something and you will get something, right? So if you are unfamiliar with the statistical techniques, right, you will be unable to decipher the output of the built-in R function. You will get something, but you do not know how to interpret it. So for that, you must have some good knowledge in statistics and probability. As well as R is an open source software. So there are provision to see its codes in R function. So if you have a good knowledge in statistics, whenever it is needed, you can modify those codes to meet your customized requirements. So I think this is the first part of the answer. And the second part, I think, if one has any prior programming knowledge, it will be easier for him or her to easily pick up R at a faster rate. Because at that case, one need not to learn that if statement, for loops, and basic data structure in R, because you will just convert your knowledge from one software to this R software, and it will be very easy for you to learn.
Okay. So now, I mean, now that we talked about what are the prereqs, we talked about what are the advantages, why should we learn R? The other question that comes up is why R, and what are the advantages of R over several other tools that are available in terms of statistical analysis or data analysis, I would say. So where do you see R in terms of competition?
Firstly, since R has the enormous built-in statistical functions, for quick data analysis, it is preferable over other languages, right? So if you want to get something quick out of data, so you can use R because it is a very fast and very easy to work with. On top of that, R programmer has a very strong community support. So if you get into any kind of trouble, you are almost sure that there is someone for you. So you just Google it, your problem, and there are excellent R blogs in the internet, and you will find some solution of your problem. Unlike any other applications, R can be run on any kind of OS. Maybe it's in Windows, Mac, Linux, Unix, and even in the cloud. So other programming languages, right? They are not compatible with all of the operating systems. So R is the only one which is which is why to say it is like compatible with all the operating systems. In addition, that since R is open source, a data analyst meet his or her customized need, maybe in a tiny alteration in the code. And last but not the least, among all the statistical software, R is free. So therefore, anybody can use it without any license issue. So, and if you want to learn it, if you want to use it, so you need not to think. You will just go to the internet, the proper site, and you just download the question. Sorry, you will pardon me. You will just download the our software and just run it on your machine, and you are ready to use that.
Thank you, Sudipto. A question from my end. We've been talking about the fields of data science and analytics and how R is important for both those domains. Now, my query to you is, today a very large, exciting area which is opening up is machine learning. And, somebody who has a good quantitative background, background in quantitative methods, techniques, and so on, and also has a reasonably good knowledge of R, can he or she, also work in the area of machine learning? And the second part of my query is that sufficient for him to work in the area of machine learning or AI, or does he or she need to pick up some other skills also to be able to do that? So over to you, Sudipto.
I think yes, definitely one can. If someone with a quantitative background and very good knowledge in R programming, so he or she can definitely work in the area of machine learning. On the second part of your question, what the other skill and knowledge is required for this artificial intelligence or machine learning, whatever. So I think that I will say one should have a knowledge of computer sciences fundamentals. So from basic data structure, algorithms, different kind of computer algorithms. So we have to know what the computation complexity of the algorithms, how to optimize those algorithms, so etc. This kind of things you should know. On top of that, you must have a good understanding of advanced statistical tests and inferential techniques, as well as knowledge of different data modeling is essential. So not only knowledge of data modeling, I think he or she must be capable of evaluating performance of the different models also. Like you can build different models, but you have to judge how good are your model, right? And you have to see that how much better your model is over other models. So you must know how to judge the performances of the models. At last, since in this area the decisions are being made by machines in machine learning, so and the effect how a product of service behaves, and software engineering skills, I think it is also required. And software engineering skill set is very important to work in the field of this AI and machine learning.
Thank you, Sudipto. I think the audience, or those of you who have been watching, would have gotten a good enough idea by now about what it takes to work in the very exciting and the interesting fields of data science and be an analytics professional. And of course, a knowledge of a programming language like R is considered virtually essential to be working in those areas. You'd have also gotten a sense about how well equipped you'd be with a good background in quantitative methods, in possibly computer science and R, to also be working in the areas like machine learning and artificial intelligence. So that concludes the discussions for today, and I hope this has given you enough of a sense about what the programming course organized by Advanced Supply Chain Training Center in association with Digital CRM is going to be covering. We have a lot of details, a lot more details in terms of course outline and the key takeaways for the course, which are available on the Advanced SGS website as well as on the Digital CRM website. The courses that we are talking about are, one is a course which is spread over 4 weeks in the evenings. It's a part-time course and totaling to about 50 hours or so, which includes theoretical inputs, tutorials, quizzes, projects, and so on. Check out the details in the course outline. The other is the very same course, but administered, comprehensively over a week, which is full time. So we go 9 to 6, during that week, and we still do about 50 hours of for that course. And I hope you'll find this interesting and beneficial. So with that, this is Raja Mitra on behalf of both Advanced Supply Chain Training Center and Digital CRM signing off for today. Thank you for listening in. Appreciate your time.